The National Exchange Club, 1911 to 2011. America's premier service club, serving communities across America for 100 years. The Exchange Club was founded in Detroit, Michigan on March 27, 1911, by a group of business leaders led by Charles Berkey. These visionary individuals of the Exchange Club recognized that their united efforts and exchange of ideas would be a benefit to their community, as well as a way to grow both professionally and personally. 100 years later, the National Exchange Club lives on. Inspired by our founders, today's exchange clubs continue to serve communities across our great country. From El Paso to Charleston and Detroit to Tacoma, more than 21,000 Exchangites in 700 clubs across America continue their unselfish work, serving our youth, senior citizens, and first responders, and strengthening families in our communities. Over the years, the focus of the organization has continued to evolve and change in response to America's greatest needs. What has not changed are our core values: family, community, and country. Starting in the 1920s, service to aviation was one of Exchange's earliest national projects. At a time when most Americans didn't take air flight seriously, Exchange saw its potential in strengthening and advancing the nation. Clubs pitched in to help establish airports and landing fields, install roof and highway markers, and provide lighting and equipment for airports. Exchange recognized and supported aviation pioneers such as Admiral Richard Byrd and Amelia Earhart, who was an honored guest at the 1928 National Convention. Exchange also sponsored the very first Women's Air Derby in 1929, a transcontinental air race from Santa Monica, California to Cleveland, Ohio. This was followed in 1930 and 1932 by the Exchange-sponsored National Aviation Tour, where Lieutenant Walter Hinton flew around the country to promote the importance of aviation progress. In 1933, America sagged under the weight of the Great Depression. When President Franklin D. Roosevelt requested Exchange's assistance in the urgent task of national recovery, the challenge was accepted. With local clubs preparing the way, National Exchange Club officers traveled hundreds of thousands of miles around the country on the National Recovery Crusade, bringing with them messages of encouragement and enthusiasm to help spur the country toward economic recovery. With the start of the 1940s, Exchange clubs slipped into war relief efforts with the same dedication and passion they had displayed for aviation and economic recovery. Clubs sold war bonds, collected thousands of tons of scrap metal, constructed scale model aircraft for the military, established blood banks, and provided leadership and manpower to local civilian defense groups. The welfare of the country's youth has always been a guiding principle with Exchangites everywhere. Exchange clubs sponsored a wide array of projects to benefit and encourage the nation's youth. In the 1950s and 60s, clubs focused on the domestic issues of the day, including the prevention of youth delinquency and crime. Their efforts during National Crime Prevention Week received the support and cooperation of the FBI and its then director, J. Edgar Hoover, since the program began in 1948. With unity and service, Exchangites enthusiastically supported patriotic projects. Prominent among these is Exchange's Freedom Shrine, the first of which was dedicated in 1950. This collection of the country's most cherished documents continues to serve as a source of education and inspiration to all who view it. In 1957, the National Exchange Club built its national headquarters in Toledo, Ohio. The signature headquarters building was built by Exchangites for Exchangites and includes a court of honor where the names of Exchange's greatest leaders are engraved on 7 granite pylons. Through the years, the Exchange spirit of service and comradeship attracted the support and admiration of many, including well-known public figures. Some came to support, some to receive recognition, some to provide acknowledgement of work well done. Among the many causes that members have embraced over the years is Exchange's national project, the Prevention of Child Abuse. Adopted in 1979, To date, the National Exchange Club Foundation, through its network of more than 100 child abuse prevention centers, has helped more than 1.7 million children and over 691,000 families break the cycle of child abuse. One of Exchange's fundraising efforts, Quarters for Kids, made the Guinness Book of World Records in 1992 for the most valuable line of coins. Another big milestone in Exchange history occurred in 1985, when membership was open to women. 18 years later, in 2003, the first woman to serve as national president, Pam Sudlow, was installed into office. She was followed by Margie Miller, serving as national president in 2010 to 2011. Exchange-ites have always rallied together in support of the country during times of trouble. The tragedy of September 11, 2001 was no exception. A year after 9/11, Exchange-ites gathered in New York to honor the firefighters and law enforcement officers who perished at the World Trade Center attack. Representatives from the New York Police Department, New York, New Jersey Port Authority, and New York Fire Department accepted Exchange's Blue and Gold Awards on behalf of their fallen comrades. The spirit of patriotism led Exchange clubs to display fields of American flags to honor fallen heroes and memorialize victims of child abuse. These awe-inspiring landscapes bring communities together to heal, honor, and remember. Exchange is America's service club. Thanks to the passion and dedication of its members, the National Exchange Club celebrates the accomplishments of the last 100 years as members and communities across the country look forward to all the good things to come in our next century of service.